Some have said that time heals, but gathered together here today, we know that's not true. The facts still remain. The empty chair, the unfulfilled dreams, the pain, the hurt, the loneliness. We ask your blessing upon the families who have been impacted by the loss of a loved one in the line of duty.
321 Central traffic stop. I'll be on East Green right outside Henry County 911 dispatch.
321 status. Central 321 status check. Clinton car 21's not moving. His vehicle still parked.
Was a warm August night, strapped in his vest, badge of his honor pinned to his chest. 321 called a traffic stop. He stepped out the car, not a second thought. Seconds went by, all that we heard was officer down. Blood of the blue runs through this town. Memory survives through all of us now. It's hard to believe he's not around. We'll never forget this officer down. May of 16 we walked the aisle. Uniforms on, wearing that smile. 321, God bless your soul. Take it from here while you go home. Days go by, all that we read. Officer down. Blood of the blue runs through this town. Memory survives through all of us now. It's hard to believe he's not around. We'll never forget this officer down. Warm August night, strapped in his vest, badge of his honor pinned to his chest.
Good friends, we're gathered here today to remember B. Hollister. I want to go over who B. Hollister was for those of you who don't know, which is pretty much everybody except for Brooklyn here. B. Hollister was a sergeant in the Fairmount City Police Department in the previous community that we joined. His unit number was 818 Sam. His end of watch was June 28th, 2020. Prior to all this occurring, he was one of the best members of the community. He knew he was going places. He truly made the community feel alive. And all of a sudden, he was ripped away from us. to be perfectly honest, words can't describe how shocked everyone was when this happened. You know, everybody hears about this happening to someone that they may have read about in the news or seen. But you never think it's going to happen to somebody that you know. You never think it's going to happen to yourself. Hollister was killed in a rollover MVA. I would sit here and give you a lesson about safe driving, but you know, I know that that's probably in everybody's minds right now. Today I mainly just want to come over here to the place where this event was originally hosted,
User joined your
where
channel.
this originally took place, so that we can all be in the same place at the same time and try to experience what it was like. Although I know there will never be something quite as amazing as that first time when we all came together to remember Hollister. I know that it's still important for us to do this every year, and I will do this every year going forward as a community, because Hollister was truly somebody special. And even had he not been somebody truly special, I would still do this because it's the right thing to do. Now, I know that Brooklyn and Hollister were both corporals, and then eventually Brooklyn rose past Hollister and continued to do so since Hollister was no longer around. And I remember when he said that he would take it from there. And despite all this, I can't help but miss him. I miss his funny British comments. I miss us pretending to be the British police on the radio on a Saturday night. There's a lot of things I miss, but I miss his personality the most. It was always whenever Hollister would show up, things would always immediately light up. No matter if, things weren't going our way, or we were having a disagreement, or patrol was not going so well, Hollister would show up and somehow everything would get better. He was like nobody else I had ever met prior to then. And not only was he a role-play friend, but we became very close friends personally while in the community. I think I'll miss that most. One of the last things that Hollister said to me, may not have been the most professional way of saying it, but I will never forget when Hollister said, "Jesus is my N-word now." You may think that's a little bit out of place, but Hollister was somebody who I could have that kind of a conversation with, who I could talk to about things that you're not supposed to talk to people about. Well, you know how they say that friends who want to stay friends don't talk about religion and politics. Well, we did both. And he was one of the few people who I could ever talk about that with. And he always took what I had to say seriously. And, I hope after having said that, God realizes he meant well. I hope he's in a better place, because he truly was a special person. At this point, I'm going to offer Brooklyn an opportunity to say anything if he would like to. Obviously, he does remember Hollister, and he was there at the original memorial. So, Brooklyn, if you want to say anything, you're more than welcome to right now.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to, elaborate on much of what Director Rita said. He put it together pretty well. The one thing that I believe I said, back at the original memorial, and I'll always say it, is that when we're able to get together as individuals who, quite frankly, really more than likely have never laid eyes on, on each other, never shaken hands or anything like that, it really, really goes to show how, one can build a relationship with somebody else that they truly, quite frankly, have never met in real life. And that's one thing that I always admired about communities, like where we are now, is because you can, quite frankly, get to know everybody on a personal level. And that is, how we got to know Hollister. And I'm going to try not to get emotional because, quite frankly, I think at the first memorial, I pretty much cried at the show of support that the community pretty much, showed. And I'm honestly lost for words because when Eric mentioned that I stated that, I would take the watch, from here, back when all of this happened, it really, really brings back a lot of emotion. Because Hollister was really a great individual, and quite frankly, I don't say that about a lot of people. I've been RPing for many years, and he, quite frankly, really is one of the most memorable people. And quite frankly, I'm happy that I had the pleasure of knowing him. And as Eric said, it quite frankly was a shock to all of us. And every once in a while, I'll go back and I'll watch that original memorial service that we held for him, just as a reminder of our friendship. We can come on here, every day, throw on this uniform, RP, and, easily, get off and go on about our personal lives. But I'm glad to know that we have a group of individuals that truly care about each other. And that is what I really want everybody to take away from, this experience right now, although there's only a few of you. And to those of you, I think there are probably some other individuals in channel that are listening that aren't physically standing where we're at right now. But we are a family. And if anybody else hasn't told you, we love you. Okay? I'm probably gonna step off for just a couple of minutes because I'm really starting to get emotional again, and I'm losing my words. But I'll just say this to Hollister: when I said that I'll take the watch from here, I meant that, buddy. I really did. I miss you. I miss the good time that we had in patrol. I still remember the last picture that we took together in patrol. Some crazy fire scene. And to Eric, I know he's in a better place. That comment alone about his relationship with Jesus, that was his way of being funny. But I feel like things happen for a reason, and that statement happened for a reason. So I know he's in a better place. I'm going to go ahead and step aside for just a moment here, and I'll let Director Reed take over. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak. And I hope I didn't go around in circles, but I'm sure everybody can forgive me because obviously when I get emotional like this, I can't really put words together. But thank you. And Hollister, I love you, man.
All right, guys. Sorry, I just wanted to take a few minutes to let everybody compose themselves. Honor guard, present, arm, fire. Fire! Load.
Red and blue lights cover 75 like a train. Miles of cars full of people with nothing to say.